What's going on, guys? So here's some ideas I had for the title. Let's take a look. So this one right here was working with is pretty cool. I do love these little curves right here. It reminds me of this right here. These things. Let's take a look. So yeah, like this and this. It's kind of like this becomes a V in itself. So I would like to keep working with that to kind of really make it really relevant to the Aztec calendar since that's our theme. So having these become like the ends and this somehow kind of curving in, I think will be the was where I kind of started the inspiration from. So here's some really rough um, ideas that I had, and yeah, so basically don't ignore all this stuff. This was just for me like trying stuff out. I mean, we could ever use it later, but this right here is where it's at. Kind of having maybe Princess's curve a little bit like this. Still big, having this more accentuated, more just kind of like again to reference this. So like this comes down here, and then this is this one. This one comes down here. I even kind of made the other letters kind of similar. I don't know if we can keep running with that or not. But having the first Latina up here, princess right here, and this right here, I would like to have just these Aztec symbols. They're from the calendar. This is the death one right here. They are all relevant to the story. This right here is in the middle. It's like similar. It's the quake, the jaguar, which is right here, and this symbolizes water and the flower, which is all relevant to the story. The reason where I got that inspiration from was people really like this logo that we have for this other project that we're working on, where it says Waifumon up top and then it has it in Japanese below with the line. It's also similar to the Avatar, the Airbender logo. Let's take a look. Yeah, so they have it above it, and then they have, and actually they have the symbols down here too. That's hilarious. But yeah, kind of having the kind of showing like this is a different world with a different language, and I think that would serve us best is if we had it kind of like the Waifumon project where we had Japanese below, English top. I think we'd have maybe some type of line like right here that curves, that kind of divides princess, and then this, and then we'd have these symbols right under it, and then have the first Latina like right up here above it. So I also included these lines. Maybe we can do because these things have the lines as well. We have the lines here, kind of just to kind of bring home that these are the ends of this. And I'm thinking what we're gonna do is just make this really thick, really kind of, in your face, nice. I mean, I know thin is in for girls and their movies, but I think we need to keep this thick, kind of like Raya and Frozen and all the other Disney logos. So it's just like in your face, kind of. This is the movie, check it out, kind of thing. I sent you guys all that, but just to just go real quick. Frozen, right? Frozen. This is anything but thin. This is like really bold. And what they did that was unique was it looked kind of like snowflakes, and icicles, and then this cold air blowing in. That was really good on their part with that. I mean, Tangled's a little bit thin, but even then, they had it's still kind of thick. But this is the unique part. I'm really trying to like get something with us with ours too, some type of letter that kind of sticks out. I tried to mess with maybe making where is it, this S, the let's take a look. So okay, Raya, right? What they did, which is really genius, was they had this R kind of become the dragon that is in the movie, which I think was really, really genius. And so I kind of tried to replicate that with this, and I tried to maybe put some ears on the S to make it like the Jaguar, but I don't know, it's not coming out right. Another thing I was thinking of maybe is making this C like the half moon, because the moon, there's the half moon, the crescent moon is very important in our story too as well, but I don't know. It's not coming out as I'm not like 100% on it, so I don't know. I'm open for you guys' thoughts on that. But yeah, this Moana, this whirlwind right here, just really sticks out. What's is that all? There's four, I think, 3D Princess movies, right? Can't remember. There might be another one, but I'm not thinking of it right now. But yeah, oh yeah. So here's what I also want to talk about. So I'd like to have it really thick. That's the goal. And I would like to, because we have all these crazy cool details to work with, in the Aztec calendar. But when we do it in the lettering, it's too much. People don't really focus on our title, and we gotta have them do that. So I'm thinking if we want to do that, we can do what Dora did, which is really cool, and we can kind of keep it where we keep this as gold, right? This is solid gold, which is I think which we should do too, so it stands out. As you can see, it stands out in the jungly type backgrounds, which is what they did here, which is a great job. So yeah, I'd like to do that, and then we can maybe have some Aztec art on here too, but it's not in your face. It's just carved in. You have to zoom in to see it. So if we want to continue to add more to that, we can. But the more important thing is really just getting the thickness of it, and even without, see, with this you can barely even see it, so you can still see that without it. You can still recognize the font, and that's what Disney has been really good at with the Frozen and all the other fonts for all their movies. It's so clean. Just this is right here and right here. Look at that. See, this is cold. You can tell it's ice. It's oh, look, this is based on ice and winter and snowflakes. It's awesome. But I mean, even without it, you can just tell. And that's what we really need to do with ours, I think. And we're almost there, and I'm getting really more excited about it every time we do another revision. So, if that is possible in any way, definitely let me know. But yeah, if you guys have any questions too, I'm going to send these. Oh, this is just kind of another thing. I was just kind of seeing how the gold just sticks out whenever all the colors are around it. So that's what I wanted to kind of keep us to focus on that. But yeah, I'm going to send these too as well, so you guys can see what symbols we're using. I said this is the what. You can kind of use this as the kind of a reference. But we can box them. We can put them all boxy if we want, and then the line right here to kind of, again, because these are all the symbols that are on the Aztec calendar. So we can maybe have them in these boxes like that, and then the lines above and below. I'm really open to anything, or just kind of like the Waifumon one. We can just have them floating, whatever is more aesthetically pleasing. I am open to it. Let's take a look. Oh, here we go. So you can have them floating on their own. Whatever looks better. I mean, maybe the lines might work best because then it's kind of replicating a little bit like the Aztec calendar. But yeah, open to your thoughts, and thanks again.